Greetings, my dark followers, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines, Episode 6. Last time, I finally got around to dealing with the Sabbat, and wrapped up my business in Santa Monica. Now I find myself in downtown Los Angeles, a much classier and unfortunately open area of the city. Moving around on these streets may prove more challenging than clinging to the dark alleys as before, but that remains to be seen. For now, I will focus on finding where Prince LeCroix makes his lair, and report to him the success of the mission which was tasked to me. But before we get into that, I have noticed that I have accumulated a great deal of experience that needs to be spent, and so we shall do that right now. I am going to place another point in scholarship, so that our persuasion and research skills both increase, and another point in intelligence to further boost our research and persuasion. The last of my experience now will go into level 3 obfuscate, which will allow us to do stealth attacks without revealing ourselves, which is going to come quite in handy, I assume, and will slowly march us towards the higher levels of obfuscate, where it truly becomes quite useful. Now, with that out of the way, I suppose we just have to wander around and try to find where LeCroix makes his lair. Oh, nice gargoyles. It certainly looks like the sort of place where a vampire lord might make his home. Oh, this place has a certain gloomy and gothic atmosphere to it as well. Hello. Looks somewhat different from the usual wanderers, and you aren't immediately running and screaming. That's a good sight. Really?
Koala ears, lazy eye hammocks, and dwarf saddle right here. Oh, yo, man, got a Galapagos turtle this week only.
That's quite impressive.
Damn, man, don't be sneaking up on a brother with your crackhead skin disease test tube baby looking ass. Damn near shit my pants. I don't sell no soap, so what the hell you want?
You sell things. What do you sell?
Take a look. But I ain't got no rock, so I know you ain't interested.
Yeah, let me see. I'll decide that for myself.
Yo, man, got a Galapagos turtle this week only.
Yeah. Weaponry.
Hey, don't walk on by. I look like Dionne Warwick.
Heavy clothing.
David Jacoby sick.
Improved armor. Can't go wrong with that. Now, I wonder if I have anything to get rid of.
Turtle this week only. Yo, man, got a Galapagos turtle this week
Some
only.
extra morphine to sell.
Yo, koala ears, lazy eye hammocks, and dwarf saddle right here. Yo, man, got a Galapagos turtle this week only. Yo, koala ears, lazy eye hammocks, and dwarf saddle right here.
Base
Oh, man,
damage
got a Galapagos turtle this week only.
Feet adjustment. Much higher
Yo,
melee
I
combat
got dinosaur eggs. We don't know what kind. Buy them and hatch them. David Jacoby sick. Signed, sealed, and certified.
Yeah, well, good luck with your business, fat man. Perhaps I can find a convenient map. That looks like a zone transition map. Yes. Oop. What have we here? Locked with a key. Here we are. And I don't see anything obviously marked LeCroix. Let's try Venture Tower. That sounds capitalistic. Let's see. 6. Going to go to F. Leave over this way. No, that's not the right way. Or here. That was I, which means I want to go this way. Yes, here we are. Oh, it takes me inside the building. That's new. Locked. Perhaps I can use this elevator. Ah. How convenient.
There you are. I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes?
Yes, it has been rendered into cinders.
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
The Santa Monica kindred were a little two-faced, but that's about it.
A taste of what's to come. You have no idea. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing, the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of reconnaissance for me?
Oh, goody. More tasks. What's in it for me?
Don't be so hasty to inflate your own worth. You've succeeded once, very admirable. But in the grand scheme of it all, an infant's stride of progress. If you're looking to make a name for yourself, listen very carefully. There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
I believe I read something about it in a newspaper.
The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus.
And why do I have to go?
Should I repeat myself? I do believe I mentioned the fact that I bent the delicate laws that govern our society to allow you a chance to live. If that isn't enough, I can't give you another reason.
What do I have to do?
You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Dane's arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
That's boring. No killing?
None. Oh,
Ah.
and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
He asked me to speak with him at the last round.
I see. Then, you should go humor the by-the-numbers rhetoric he's so desperately aching to spew. Oh, please, before the chance of fascist oppressor from that dive of theirs clog the air and choke the local kine.
Fine, I will speak to him.
Give the Anarch community my regards.
Whatever. And as expected, we're sent off on another errand. Such is the life of a minion. It just inspires me to claw my way up the ladder even faster, so I can send other people to do pointless errands. Now then, must go talk to 9 at the last round. Let's see if we can get there directly. Ah, yes, number 9 on the map. How cute. What have we here? Some sort of warehouse. Rather run down. Another way up. Well, there doesn't appear to be anything going on here at the moment. We'll keep this place in mind for later. Ah, there we are. The last round. Don't I know you? Hey, Jack.
Well, well, looky who made it back in one piece. Out in Santa Monica, you know.
I didn't get to do a whole lot of sightseeing.
I can't imagine you did. Probably too busy getting pushed around by every vampire with the weakest seniority over you, am I right?
Yeah, you could say that, yes.
That's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics from when you were alive. Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? You saying that's just me?
Oh, no, I completely understand the sentiment. But what do you mean by politics?
Politics. The stuff that makes the rich get richer keeps the powerful in power. Look at why you're out in Santa Monica in the first place. Because Prince LeCroix said so.
Maybe he had faith in me and knew I could do the job.
Because he never thought you'd make it back. If Nines didn't stand up for you in the courtroom, you would have been toast right there, man. Everybody knows that.
I don't get it. Why would he want to kill me?
It's bullshit Camarilla law. You gotta get it approved before you sire anyone. Vampire population control, fascist crap. LeCroix wanted to look like the strong leader upholding the law.
So you don't follow Camarilla law?
Kid, I never answered a no man in life. Now I sure as shit ain't taking orders from a vampire with a suit and a funny name. And when I die again, the devil's gonna have to cut me a deal if he wants my ass. Besides, I never trust anybody with an X.
A wise policy. So if the prince wanted to kill me, why am I standing here?
Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Vets who are born in a boardroom. When Nines called him out, LeCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion.
I take it you're not into public relations.
Yeah, man, it's called kicking ass and crushing the skulls of any asshole who steps on my toes. That seems to work. People dig it.
I like the sound of that. Is LeCroix afraid of Nines? I thought he was the boss.
LeCroix is the boss of the Camarilla in L.A. That's it. LeCroix is the boss. That's rich.
Yeah, he's got that Napoleon thing going on.
The facts are like this. The Camarilla need us to buy into the bullshit for any of the laws to mean dick. Now, telling free-living vampires they need to be ruled is a hard sell. So, the Camarilla baked up a plain nicey plan. Show everyone how great they are, so we'll all just jump on board.
Who is everyone?
The free-living dead, kiddo. A lot of people like to use the label anarchs. Whatever the hell that means. Anarchs. Those got a nice kick though, huh?
Tell me of these anarchs.
That's us, so I'm told. What do you want to know?
How long has the anarch movement existed?
Yeah, I could tell you about the history of the movement, about our struggle. What's any of that shit mean, anyway? Do we want to sit through history class here?
It's good to know your history so that you can exploit it.
I'm no scholar, kid, but I've been around. Seen more and done more than most vampires ever will. I don't know that our situation's ever gonna be easy, but some things you gotta decide are worth fighting for.
How can you win, though?
Fight harder than the other son of a bitch. Every time I yank a jawbone from a skull and ram it in an eye socket, I know I'm building a better future.
I like your idea of better futures. Does Nines share your vision?
You bet, kid.
Is he in charge here?
As much as anyone is. Nines is a stand-up guy. Takes the politics a little too seriously, though. Came up during the Great Depression, so his brain is wired to that shit.
You seem to know a lot about the politics yourself, Jack.
Me? I never had much patience for negotiations. Everyone can live or burn. It's up to them.
What about the rest of Nines' crew?
Yeah, I'm not sure the story on most of them. Nines crew.
What clan are you?
Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood.
A few more questions.
Moving right along.
Tell me about the Sabbat.
Again? Does everything have to be about these dickheads?
It seems so, but I hope not.
The Sabbat are worthless, man. Fake tits on a zombie worthless. Fun to watch, though. It's like the Three Stooges with chainsaws.
They're anti-Camarilla.
Yeah, they oppose the Camarilla, but they suck when it comes to execution.
What's wrong with them?
The Sabbat are in the same business as the Camarilla. Sabbat have a little longer chain, but their slaves all the same.
A few more questions.
Moving right along.
Tell me about the Camarilla.
Oh, my favorite topic.
What do you think of the Camarilla's ideals?
Don't think the Camarilla has a monopoly on those ideals, okay, kid? No one is arguing over that shit, and if they tell you that's what this fight is all about, then they're really giving you the full fist. You hear me?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were.
The Camarilla protects the people running the Camarilla. That's it, the end. The rest of them are bloody gristle for the machine.
Who runs the whole thing?
Doddering old dust farts. Might be powerful as all hell, but who knows? They're too afraid to stick their heads out of their hidey holes. Why should they? This whole huge system is built so they don't have to.
Is LeCroix one of the inner circle?
Not one of the bigs, but he ain't out risking his ass in the street, that's for sure. LeCroix has ambitions of joining that inner circle. Delivering Los Angeles in their pocket would look killer on a resume.
Yes, he definitely wants the corner office.
Ah, to hell with LeCroix. I blasted better vampires' brains all over the wall. He's not the prince, he's a prince.
Now, you've dealt with princes like him in the past, have you?
He's a typical Ventrue asshole. Predictable, safe, no imagination. Man, he just got lucky he showed up in LA at the right time.
He's just stupid and lucky.
I'm not saying he's stupid, he's just an asshole who needs his teeth kicked in, that's all.
Fair enough. What do you know about the sheriff?
Oh, the sheriff, yeah. I love how everyone's talking about that big mystery. It's like someone embraced a doped-up gorilla.
Do you have a problem with the whole Camarilla or just the leadership?
I'm not saying let's go torch the Malkavian living under the abandoned hotel because she happens to be a Camarilla. I'm saying let's change that shit from the top down.
How do you know who's the bad guy, then?
Camarilla membership is 95% victims, 5% evil bastards. But make sure and understand, any of those victims points a gun at me, they get drained and slaughtered like sheep.
An excellent policy. But what about me? Am I part of the problem, or what?
Hey man, you do what you gotta do to survive when you're young, but there comes a time when that excuse don't fly no more. When you should know better and want to do something about it.
I just wish the facts were a little easier to come by.
Being dead is no excuse for walking around with your eyes closed.
Alright, I'll see you later, Jack. Good talk. Who are you?
Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What errand does the prince have you running today?
If you don't get out of my face, Anarch, I'm going to rip yours off.
You trying to start a brawl so the Camarilla sheriff can come in and clean house? I don't think so. Ask the prince to show you the last one who tried that trick. On the subject, take that ashtray.
Big talk. What's your name?
I'm Skepta. I do my part to give California a free state for the animals.
What is it you hate about the Camarillas so much?
But Camarilla just ain't necessary. Their rules is just common sense shit. Masquerade and all that. Sure, it makes sense. Like the Ten Commandments. You know the Ten Commandments, don't you?
Of course I do. I know all of the rules so that I can break them.
Yeah, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Sounds good, but you and me both know that shit don't always fly. What if some society like the Camarilla comes along and just up and kills you if you break one damn commandment?
I see your point.
See, we weren't meant to live like that. I followed someone else's rules for 3 years in Vietnam, but it wasn't until after the offense that I understood real oppression.
Yes, but don't you follow Nines?
No one bows to Nines Rodriguez. He leads by example, down here with us. That ain't some chicken shit living for his paper pusher hiding up in his tower. Sheep is different.
But you agree with the Masquerade.
I don't need to bare my fangs to feel good about myself. Masquerade is a fruity Camarilla lady. Other than that, I ain't got no problem with it. Live and let live. We got enough to worry about.
It does make sense.
You know, speaking of the Masquerade, I just thought of something you might be able to help us out with.
I'm pretty busy right now, but I'll listen.
There's this girl who's been making a lot of noise lately. She's a real pain in the ass. She's a ghoul of this one Toreador creep who disappeared.
What's her name?
Her name is Pat. She hangs out in the clubs downtown. She used to show up around here and act like she was everybody's best friend. It was all fun and games until her vampire sugar daddy stopped calling. Now she can't get her blood fixed and shit ain't so fun no more.
Doesn't she understand that he's gone?
Man, she's been told he was dead. She don't listen. Just has to get louder. She's gonna make a scene and get us all some real heat.
What kind of heat are you talking about?
Vampire hunters, man. You start doing stupid shit and breaking the Masquerade, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Trust me, hunters are the kind of trouble you don't.
Alright, so about your problem with Patty.
She's crossed the line. Only time that mouth ain't blabbing is when it's sucking vampire blood. She's gotta disappear. Do this, and we'll keep it our little secret here.
It would be my pleasure.
All right, have fun. I'd love to do this one myself, but I know her side. Just let me know when it's done.
Alright, but I have a few more questions before I go.
Yeah?
I don't understand this kindred shit at all.
You gotta understand, Kindred. You're carrying a 6,000-year curse in your blood. No matter how powerful it makes you feel,
I don't know, feels pretty good to me.
that blood is a tangle of chains that's gonna leave you bound in servitude the rest of your existence.
Why do you say that?
Your elders command the blood. They control the blood, and the blood listens. You'll never even hear their call, but the blood will. It'll make you obey.
Sounds like vampire superstition to me.
That shit stretches all the way back to Cain. Some ancient sleeping in a tomb half a world away has a bad dream, and you don't feel that shit. Like it or not.
Cain, what the hell are you talking about?
Cain, man. Father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood of his children. Someday they should know.
You mean Cain from the Bible? That's true.
Keep your voice down. Is Cain real? I don't know. Not sure you want to.
I hear you, but where are you going with this?
The point is, with this curse pulling your strings, you really want to sign away your right to fight by joining the Camarilla?
I'll think about it, but I have another question.
Yeah?
I wanted to ask you about someone.
Yeah? Who you want to know about?
Tell me about Jack. What's his deal?
That's the man there. What, righteous kid? I wish he'd take a more active stance in our fight. Fuck, man, he's Jack. Jack just does his thing. God help anyone who gets in the way.
Thanks. That's all I need to know for now. Seems I must go deal with this Patty person before I can talk to Nines. I would consider making her a ghoul of my own, but it sounds like she's nothing but trouble. Oh dear. Look, woman, I'm on a time schedule here. Now then, where might I find this Patty? Usually found at the club Confession. Number 5. believe back there. That's the dead end. So yes, back this way. Which access point am I looking for? D. And then I went the wrong way, of course. Ah, this must be confession. Let's just slink past this couple here. Still a masquerade zone. That's troublesome. But perhaps no one in here will notice.
I knew you'd talk to me. I swear you were all like totally drawn to me. I'm surprised I don't know you. I usually meet all the LA vampires out on the scene. Not a lot of you out tonight, which is weird, because I don't know of any parties going on.
Are all ghouls complete basket cases? What do you mean by vampires?
No, come on. It's totally cool. I'm Patty. Seriously, everyone knows me. Besides, I just wanted to ask you if you've seen someone.
Who?
His name is Kent Allen Ryan. He's a toreador. Really good looking, dresses really well, like all Prada usually.
No, I don't know of him.
Oh, well, he's pretty powerful. He's probably like too far behind the scenes for you to know about him. Maybe you know some of the people who work for him.
Piss off.
No, don't go. I really need to find him. Really. Maybe you can ask around.
Oh, wait. Kent. Yes, actually, I remember I just saw him recently.
You are totally awesome. Well, it just goes to show you that you don't have to dress cool or have a lot of power to be a cool person. So, where is Kent?
I just saw him out in the alley. He was very angry. I believe he stained his loafers.
Oh, that is totally Kent. He's so like that. I better go find him. He needs my help to do anything. Thanks again.
Yes, no problem. Just go on back there. He'll be looking for you.
Nice night out, huh?
Who exactly are you talking to? Weirdos. What's up, Fat Larry? Pardon me. By the way, he's not actually coming, and I'm going to eat you now. Oh dear. And what are you looking at? Oh. Things are getting a little strange around here. And back to the last round. Seems I've gone a bit too far. And in the completely wrong direction, as usual. Here. Alright. This way. Ah, there's the door. Down there. And I will work.
What's up?
I took care of the Patty problem.
Ghouls ain't nothing but trouble if you ask me. It's a weakness. Pure and simple.
I've got a couple more questions. I need to ask about
Who
someone.
do you want to know about?
Tell me about Cain.
Cain, father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood
Nothing
of his
new
children.
there, apparently.
Some heavy shit.
So heavy that it's bringing me down. See ya. Ah, this must be the way to get to Nines. Who might you be?
Sabat chased you in here, Cammy?
What the fuck is your problem?
Oh, you want to know what my problem is? All right, I'll tell you what my problem is. You ready? You are my goddamn problem. Anyone who would lay it down for some cape in an ivory tower deserves what they get.
Cape?
Cape, Cammy. Camarilla elders? The ones that have been around so long they think candlelight's a clean invention? You're doing their dirty work and you don't even know it.
I make my own fate.
That's real. Let me put it in perspective for you. The Camarilla claims every kindred's part of the organization regardless. You do something they don't like, well, you're Camarilla, so you get punished under their laws. Like it or not.
Is there a point to all this?
You need to start listening, or you're gonna wind up just like your sire.
Damn, you are annoying woman. Are you the head of the pep squad around here?
I'm Damsel, den mother of these mothers, and one pissed bitch since LeCroix ruled.
Pissed? You don't say. Did you drink some bad blood or something?
Don't even joke about bad blood at a time like this. Don't you know we've got a plague bearer around here?
A plague bearer? What's that?
A plague bearer's a pony that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. Enough get sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
That would explain all the people in hazmat suits, I suppose. So, how do you get rid of one?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearers gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
The Anarchs helped me out before. I suppose I owe them a favor. Where do I start?
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
Ghouls. Why is it always ghouls? Fine, I'll check it out when I can.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless cop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
Sounds like a bag of laughs. I'll get to it. Alright, I'm here, 9.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me.
Not another goddamn speech.
What? Hang on a sec.
Shut up!
As I was saying, all this, the life we lead, it's a mess. It's older than this city, this country. Who knows how long this shit's gone on.
Go on.
You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. And it works out to this. Only a few people at the top having real power.
Aren't you part of the Camarilla?
Them's fighting words, newbie. But you're young and stupid, so I won't make an example out of you. See, the Camarilla claims all of us are members, even if we don't want to be. Which is, of course, the biggest little horseshit a man ever heard.
But you were at the trial. Isn't the prince the leader of all LA kindred?
LeCroix? Shit. LeCroix's just the guy who backstabbed and wheeled and dealed his way into becoming king son of a bitch of all the local Camarilla. Him and any of the traitors that sided with the Cam want power here, they'll get what's due.
So what are you all about?
I learned the way of this world during the Depression. A bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state.
How very Marxist of you. So the Camarilla is new to the LA.
The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LeCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Not a fan of the prince, I take it.
LeCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LeCroix belongs is in an urn.
Have you tried meeting with them and speaking to them about this?
I got their meeting right here.
Well, I certainly like your approach. Sounds like you're the prince of the Anarchs, though.
No such thing. And again, newbie, don't throw those kind of words around lightly. You're risking a beatdown. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. A long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't bid it or switched sides. The most veteran soldier on the battlefield.
One more question. Any advice you can give me?
Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood will make you into a monster. But you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill when you feed. No reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the beast without leaving a trail of dead.
That's
3,
the most fun way.
Camarilla's full of shit. 4, watch your back, always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun.
Way ahead of you. But perhaps you can teach me a few tricks.
After picking your ass up off the pavement back there, yeah, I can tell you don't even know the basics. Hold your hands up like this, and keep your body at an angle. Makes you harder to hit. Keep your thumbs out of your fists and put your weight into your punches.
Thanks for the help.
LA's the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LeCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
Alright. Seems I've been given the brush off. Which means we have to find something else to do now. I suppose I can track down that plague bearer or go do the thing LeCroix wants me to do. I should get that out of the way so I don't feel like I owe him anything anymore. It should give me a little more freedom to act as I wish. Now then, let's see. Report back to the prince. Alright, I must go talk to LeCroix before we head out. Tower number 6 F. Here we are. Going up.
Give the Anarch community my regards.
I did. It put things into perspective.
Their zeal is admirable, but their idea is impractical for a society that must maintain secrecy and organization to stem its own genocide from coming about. I don't suppose they told you this is the only so-called free states that hasn't folded? No? Imagine that. Now that that's out of the way, I trust you're prepared to leave for the Dane.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Good. I'm counting on an encore exposition of the talent you showed earlier. Go. And remember, under no circumstances are you to open the Ankaran sarcophagus. We'll talk later.
Roger.
Good. There's a boat waiting for you on the beach in Santa Monica.
Very well. We must make our way back to Santa Monica, it seems. Thought I had put that place behind me for good. Let's top off our blood before we head out. Now then. Which one led to the beach? I haven't the slightest idea. There's the map. Pier number 8. Down this way. Yes, yes. Oh yes, and before I forget, our new research score will allow us to use this book. There we are. Not that firearm skill will be terribly helpful, since I'm not allowed to kill anyone. This is going to be the most unpleasant mission yet. Hey, it's Mercurio.
Hey, what can I say? You preserved my ass. I truly appreciate you not saying anything, and I want you to know I take care of those who do me favors. So from now on, you need equipment, info, you come see me at my apartment. Don't hesitate.
Huh. What are you doing out here?
I just wanted to make sure you knew my appreciation. And like I said before, someone needs something, I can get it. This boat, for example.
You look like you're feeling better.
I tell you, that blood you guys got's an amazing thing. Help close up a few wounds. This back alley patch fixed up the rest. I needed that beating. Good reminder not to overestimate my ability. Last time it's gonna happen.
I might need some equipment for this little trip. What do you have? Just some bullets. No, that's not going to be terribly helpful. Thanks anyway, Mercurio. What about you? Do you have my money?
You guys saved me, but I can't look at you. To think anyone could be so compassionate, so heartless.
Yeah, still don't have any money. Fine. Well, isn't this a little fixer-upper? How do I use it? Ah, there we go. And this must be the Elizabeth Dane, where we must find this Ankaran sarcophagus and make sure that nothing spooky is happening. But that will be next time. Until then, my dark followers, farewell.